In the previous video, we have discussed about how to create a login page for front-end application. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a registration page and to-do page for to-do list application. Here, I'm going to use the code that I have written for login page to create a registration page and to-do page. And this is the login page for to-do list. In this video, now we are going to create registration page and to-do task page for to-do list application. Let's see how to do this in VS. Now I'm going to create register.blade.php file inside views folder. Select views, create new file, register.blade.php. Then inside the CSS folder, create a new file, register.css. Open web.php file. Ensure that there is a word called register inside the written view of route. It ensures that by default the Laravel page, home page directed to register page. Hereafter we don't need web.php file, so I'm going to close this web.php file. Now open login.blade.php file. So this is a code which we have written in the previous video. Copy all the code, go to register.blade.php, paste all the code, then save. Now there is no need of login.blade.php file again. So close that file. Again, open login.css file, copy all the code. So this is a code which we have written for login page. Close login.css file, open register.css file, paste all the code inside the register.css file and save the file. Hereafter, I'm going to use only these two pages. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just edit uh, whatever the parameter we need. If I type everything, it takes a lot of time, and then again there is no need to type all the content. Okay, so the registration page almost similar to login page. One or two parameters we are going to change. So I'm going to change only those parameters. So the title, make it as register, then style sheet. Instead of login file, we are using register file. Then class name, container as it is. Instead of login, I'm going to use register. Since it is a register page, we have to use register. Then header, registration. Because we are doing registration, there is no need of sign on. So I'm going to remove the second header file. This is not register. I'm going to change the name as link. Instead of don't have an account, already have an account. In the reference, instead of register, I'm going to make it as login. Go to registration.css. Here we have to make a lot of changes. This is not login file. This is register. Class name, register. Then again, form group, all are similar. Button hover, everything similar. Here, instead of register, this is link. So now you have a content like this: registration, email, password, login. Instead of login, this should be register. So go to register.blade.php. Here, this is register. Now you can see that register. Here I need to add two more details. Name, email, password, confirm password. Okay. So I'm going to copy the first two parameters here. Input type name, then again name, placeholder, enter your name. Then label for name, then again bold letter name. So finally I made changes. Label password. Here we have confirm password. Then input also password, name, password confirm. Placeholder, confirm password. This is password confirm. So now we have registration title, name, email, password, confirm password, register, already have an account, login. So this is the registration page for our to-do application. Next, I'm going to create todo.blade.php file and todo.css file. Go to views, create new file todo.blade.php, then go to CSS folder, create new file todo.css, then open web.php. Here the return view should be todo page. So todo, save the file. Now I can close web.php file. So now I have two files, todo.play.php and todo.css. Now I'm going to copy and paste the content of login.blade.php to todo.blade.php and login.css file to todo.css file. Now refresh the page. So now you can see the sign in page in todo.blade.php file. Now I'm going to alter the code of todo.play.php file. This is to do, then this is class to do. There is no need of sign in H1. Before this, I would like to add a logout button. For that, I need to create a form. There are two buttons, button type, submit. Here I'm going to use class because I have two buttons. So I need to configure each button differently. The name of the button, logout. So inside that, I need one input and one button. There is no need of label. So I'm going to delete label. I need button. So I copy this button and paste it here. There is no need of button here. Button type submit and this button add. There should be a class for this button, add button. This is logout button. Here I'm going to list task using list task class. Here I'm going to list the task. Here in the style sheet, in the instead of login.css, this should be todo.css. Now go to todo.css. There is no change in container. Here, this is not login. It should be todo class. And again, this is todo. Form group all are same. There is no change. And this one is not button. There is a class dot add button. Similarly, there is one more button, logout button. And we need a logout button somewhere here at the corner. So for that, I'm going to change the width. There is no width for that specification. Instead, position should be absolute, then top 10 pixel, right 10 pixel. This is a specification for logout button. Add button, we will do it later. So this is how you will get. There is a logout button, to-do list heading. Then here you can enter the task, add button, and these are the list of tasks. Here instead of enter your email, this should be enter add your task. So go to todo.play.php. The placeholder should be add your task. Again, we have this is not email. Now I'm going to change the properties of add button. So here I have an add button. There is no need of width. First, I'm going to delete the width, background orange, color white, font size 18 pixel, border none, border radius 30 pixel. Then padding 16 pixel, 50 pixel. Cursor pointer, box shadow as it is. Save and click on refresh. So now this is my add button. Here there is no need of form group label. So I'm going to delete this because we are not using label. Then there are some changes in form group input. Here also there is no need of these parameters. Padding 10 pixel, border none, outline none, then background transparent, display flux space between. So this is very important. What happen when you execute this command? Both input and add button will be on same line, same row. So that is the meaning of this command space between. Both comes under the class form group. So it applicable to both button as well as input field. Now you can see that the input field and button will appear together. Here you can add task. Actually, there is a difference in background color. We can give different colors. So whatever the task you want, you can add and click add button. At the bottom, you can see the task. For this task, you have to add one more CSS property. I will add this property here. So now you can see that there is a logout button, to-do list, add button. Here you can add task and this is your listed task. So this is how you can create a register page and to-do page for your to-do application.